All right. Welcome, everybody. We are so glad that you are with us tonight. This is the first of many, we hope, of online classes together as a group. My name is Sheila Otter. I am a gold leader with Young Living, and I moved to the Tacoma area just about 4 years ago. And I was so lucky to sit on the plane to convention right beside Susie. She's here tonight. I'm going to introduce her real quickly soon, but we started talking, and then that led to, well, we're not too far away from each other. We're in the Tacoma area, and that led to knowing, just connecting five of us leaders that really have decided that we all have the same mission, which is Young Living's mission. We want to enhance and empower and lives around the world by sharing the unique benefits of nature's living energy, which is essential oils, right? We want to do that. That's what Young Living's mission is. We want to be part of that. And so we talked about how we felt like, how can we come together and help the people in our area? And I know that Micah and Angela had started teaching some classes, and so we got together, and I want to introduce these people. First of all, it is Angela Probst that you see right here in front of me. She will be Angela Probst for only a few more weeks. We're excited for her and Garrett as they get ready for their wedding. We wish you guys the best as you're leading up to that. And also Micah Kusera, who is on as well. You'll see her. Oh, there she is. I see her. And she's in the Tacoma area. She's Angela's a silver leader, and Micah's a silver leader with Young Living. And Susie Wilder Poe, I already mentioned her. She lives in the Tacoma area as well, a silver leader. And our energetic executive, Kristen Bridgen Brown. Oh my golly, I'm so glad to have met her. Again, we come from different downlines. We're cross-line friends now, but we don't care. We want to join together to help do this. And that is the vision is, and I love this, that Young Living has put this on their page, their website. A healthy home for each of us is a healthy world for all of us. I just think that's perfect for this time, and that's why we're here, because there's lots of different ways to create a healthy, healing home with Young Living products. So what's our purpose tonight with this class? This class is all about taking a few of the products that come in a starter kit and giving you some tips on how you can be using them, right? And then sharing a few of our favorites that are outside of the kit that we think that you will love just as much. And we also want to just begin to build the camaraderie of our group, to get to know one another, so that you know you have a community. And I know some of you are coming from across the state, from across the country, which is awesome, but to know that you're not alone in your learning, in your growing, and your using of Young Living. So that's our purpose tonight. Know that there's a few features of Zoom. Some of you might be new to Zoom. You can look around, depending on if you're on your phone or your laptop, but you are now muted. You can unmute yourselves. At the end, we're going to have a question and answer time, so that's when we would ask you to unmute. You can use the chat feature. In fact, we're asking you, we're encouraging you to use the chat feature. We will do our best to answer your questions or just leave your comments. We want to hear from you. This is going to be tonight. It's going to be Angela and myself sharing, but we want to hear what you guys have to say, how you're using these products and so forth. Do so. We're going to find a way to give out some prizes. We don't know how it's all going to work. We're going to figure that out as we go, but we're excited about that. But chat so that we can pick winners. So I think those are all things. You might want to get a paper and pencil, and also know that if your video is on, we can see you. You can see us, but we can see you. I think there's a funny video going around of a Zoom chat where somebody didn't know that, and she decided to do some things you don't want other people to see. So go to the bathroom, you don't want to be eating, all those things. So just know that you can always stop your video if you need to do this or those things. All right, I'm going to introduce my co-leader tonight. It's such a privilege. I feel so fortunate to have that God allowed our paths to cross. Angela Probst, I first met her it was last November as I watched her effortlessly lead and mentor and direct an army load of volunteers as she hosted the Young Living Live Your Passion rally for our area. And she did it with such grace, with a smile on her face, and with such positivity. And I thought, is she always like this? And yes, she is. It is a delight to work with her. And so, Angela, I feel so privileged. I cannot wait. I just love when you talk. I love to learn from you. And so take it away.
You're awesome. Thank you for that welcome. Holy cow. I'm going to do my best to live up to that standard that you set for me. But you are so sweet. I mean, you've been such a blessing for me as well. So I'm just glad that we get to all come together and teach tonight, because I love teaching and I love leading and I love doing that huge event that we do. And, you know, I'll be excited when all of this COVID-19 stuff is history and we can do in-person events again, because truly, truly is my passion. So let's pray that that happens for our October event that we have coming up. So thank you. But anyway, I'm going to start, like she had said, we're going to talk about some of the products that come in the starter pack and then some that are outside the starter pack. So some of you have your oils, some of you don't, but we want to make sure we cater to everybody. So when you get your starter pack, one of the must-haves that I recommend for everybody is frankincense essential oil. So frankincense is one of our favorites, and it's one that people have a lot of questions sometimes about for how to use or what to do. There's so many uses. It actually has over 10,000 documented uses. I don't know them all. I still learn them. So as you guys have your favorite uses for this oil, pop those in the chat, because we're going to choose somebody at random from the chat to win the giveaways. So my ways that I like to use it. Number one, I use it on my skin a lot. So it is a really good anti-aging. So if you're putting it around your eyes, it helps to keep your eyes looking young. So reduce wrinkles and lines and that type of thing. And that's the area, especially if you're a smiler, that you get them first. And I smile a lot. And then I love its calming and grounding effects. So this one's really great to be used during meditation or prayer or for sleep. So my favorite sleep blend is actually oils that come from the starter kit. It's 2 drops of frankincense, 2 drops of peace and calming, and 2 drops of lavender. Amazing combination. I love, love, love that combination. And frankincense is actually the oil that I personally used for my dog who had separation anxiety. And it was like a game changer for him. He loves that oil. And actually the next one I'm going to talk about, he does too. But his name is Ben. He's a golden retriever. When I take this oil and put it on my hands and rub my hands together, he literally lays down and rolls over so I can rub it on his belly. He loves frankincense. So that's his favorite. And we love it. So now frankincense also comes in a vitality, which means that you can use it internally. So it has a ton of immune support benefits. And you can drink it. I actually have a friend who drinks a drop of it in warm water at night. She sips on it to kind of help her become calm and grounded for getting ready for bed. So amazing, amazing. And I see that you guys, I'm not going to read the comments right now because it would distract me, but I see that you guys are popping up with comments there. So that's awesome. Thank you for those ideas. Frankincense, another great way to use it is topically. If you put a roller on it, you can roll it along your spine. It would be great for kids. It's a really gentle oil. So along the spine or the feet, again, tons and tons of uses. We could probably talk about this one all night long. So I'm going to move on to my second one that I'm talking about, Stress Away. Stress Away is my favorite. So this is a big bottle of Stress Away, but you can see that it's very well used. Can you tell? Yeah, it's falling apart. I need to replace it next time that it's empty. I just keep refilling it. So what I do is I do partial Stress Away and then partial V6 oil, which is our carrier oil. And then I have a roller on it and I just keep reusing it. The same bottle, but I roll it on my wrists. So this is actually on my bathroom shelf so that every morning I use it for my perfume. If you're not aware, a lot of perfumes, or pretty much all perfumes that you buy in stores, have a lot of artificial ingredients or synthetic fragrances in it. and is actually very harmful and can be connected or is connected to a lot of sicknesses and illnesses. So skin disease, skin issues, cancer, all kinds of things. So do your research when it comes to fragrances, and know that it's best when you use Young Living oils because they're completely pure. There's nothing added to them. And so I love this as my perfume, but it's also really good in the diffuser. And again, this one is the other one that Ben loves. So when I put it on my hands and start to rub them together, same thing. He lays down, rolls over, lets me put him on his belly. So love, love, love that one. And I'm excited to hear how you guys use it, because those are two that I use absolutely every day. Now, the third thing that I'm going to talk about is Ningxia Red. So when you get your starter pack, or for those of you who have already got it, below the 10 oils in the top, there's like a little tray of the 10 oils. You have your 11th and 12th oil, and then you have 2 packets of the Ningxia Red, like this. And so these packets are amazing. I toss these in the fridge, or I tell my people to toss these in the fridge. I keep them in the fridge. You can order these in 30, 60, or 90 packages or packets. And they're great for travel, if you want to toss them in a lunchbox, easy for kids. Now, this is our immune supporting drink. So what does it mean, immune supporting? Well, it's great for boosting your immune system because it has antioxidant properties, and it's a whole food, I want to say supplement, but it's not necessarily a supplement because it's actually got food in it. So it is going to really support your body in all the areas. It supports really everything. Eye health, healthy blood sugar, healthy blood pressure. It helps curb appetite when you have this approximately an hour before a meal. I have a friend who has used this for helping her to lose weight. That's the only thing that she changed in her diet, and it just helped her to eat less because it would help to start filling up her stomach when she would drink this. So I absolutely love Ningxia Red. Now, the other option is you can order Ningxia Red in these bottles. If you're going to be drinking it at home, these bottles are a great option as well. So I usually have both of them because I always order it on Essential Rewards, which is our monthly box program. And so I get, I think it's the Essential Rewards package. I think it's got 4 of these bottles and 30 of the pouches. I usually end up, thank you. I usually end up ordering more than that. So I'm like, I don't remember if that's what it is. But I love, love, love this. It's so good for so many things. And you definitely want it on Essential Rewards because consistency is the key to helping you stay healthy. Right now, since we're looking at more immune support based off of all the things going on in the world, I'm actually doubling up my Ningxia. I give it to my dogs. It's really great for them, great for cats. Really, it's great for everybody. Little kids, my friend started giving it to her daughter at 10 months old, and she's had it every day since. So, yeah, those are my 3 favorite things from the starter kit. And I'll hand it back to Sheila because she's going to share with you her 3 favorite goodies.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I can't wait to try a new night blend. Thanks for that. I'm so excited because, there's always different ways and different things. What I did forget to mention, Angela, is a disclaimer real quickly. I know you guys know this that have joined us, but if anyone does watch this replay, it's real important that we are sharing from our heart. And I'm just going to read the disclaimer that the information that we are presenting tonight is for educational purposes only. We are not doctors, nurses in the medical field at all, and we are not intending to diagnose or prescribe or treat any health condition or and should not be anything we say tonight. It shouldn't be used to substitute what you're hearing a doctor's telling you. So work with your doctors and your professional care provider whenever making a decision. But this information applies solely to Young Living products that we're sharing tonight as well. That's what we use. That's what we know. And that's what we would recommend. So I just needed to say that. So yeah, just the 3 I chose from a starter kit. There's many starter kits, which is exciting because even if you are already a member, you can still purchase the starter kits, which is so fun. But I chose lemon. I'm going to introduce or talk a little bit about lemon, lavender, and raven. So starting with the lemon, it's one of those that I think it's easy to take it for granted because so many people feel like they know lemon, right? It's like, well, I ask for lemon in my water all the time, but there is nothing like the wonderful Lemon Vitality oil. Lemon Vitality enhances the flavor of foods and water, and we know, we're hearing, it's so important to be drinking a lot of water right now. It's so cleansing. So that sometimes just plain water, we get tired of it, you know, so add lemon to it. There's lots of other oils you can add, including the Vitality drops, but lemon's a good one to add because it's so cleansing. It's a key ingredient in the Thieves blend and also Ninja Red. So, you know, that it's so important. And both of those are used to support a healthy immune system. So think about how important lemon is. I love to use Lemon Vitality after I sliced apples. I will put a drop on the apples and then shake them around a little bit, and they don't brown. I like using my Lime Vitality on my avocados and guacamole, but if I don't have that, I'll grab my Lemon Vitality. I have added this to chicken, to brine chicken with. I just don't have to buy lemons anymore, even though, I mean, I like lemons, but I can use this in my cooking. Also delicious on steamed vegetables, especially broccoli or rice. Just add a little bit to that. So I love that we can cook with our oils. Lemon Vitality can also be used, as the lemon itself can be used to take off any sticky residue on your surfaces or on your own skin. I have used it so many times for that. So that's another way to use lemon. Now, lavender, again, it's like Frank, there's hundreds of uses for lavender. You heard it called the Swiss Army knife of all oils. It is so soothing. So just think about, if ever there's anything, I think it was my husband that once said, he just grabs it. If he doesn't know, because he doesn't really know, should he grab this one or that one for anything that comes up, he just grabs lavender because he just thinks that it will be, and it's a good start. We love to use it at bedtime as well. It is one that we just diffuse straight up, but something that I have started to do to just, especially, you know, times if you have a difficult time to even get to sleep or stay asleep, I love to diffuse it, but also put it in my hands and cup it over my nose, and then just rub it over my shoulders and my neck area before going to bed. You can rub it all over your pillow. That's a nice way. You can rub it on blankets. I use this. We no longer have our dog. When we moved, we decided not to get another one. But when we did, I loved it. Put it on the bottom of his paws or on his bedding. That was a nice way to calm and soothe him. And my favorite way to use lavender is to support my body through the seasonal changes. And I've really needed it these last few days. So I was just going to show you what I tend to do. We've been outside too. Where's our Texas gal, Beth? Yeah, we've been outside as well here. Yeah, it's been nice and working. And I was picking up sticks and dead leaves. And that next day, I'm like, oh my golly, you know, first thing, if you guys are like me, it's like, what? I usually don't have symptoms, you know, and then I had this scratchy throat, but it's been so long for my body to react in this way. But I thought, you know, there's a lot of dust that I was breathing in, and who knows, mold, you know, whatever outside. So lavender, I just put it on my fingers and I do raccoon eyes. That's what I call them, right around here. I will rub it on the inside of my cheeks as well. And then sometimes I add peppermint and lavender or lemon with that, and just drink lots of water. So that's the way. I'm sure that you guys have a lot of other uses for lavender. So please share them. I will also just want to point out Raven, the beauty of Raven. This one, it's just a nice soothing blend. It has Ravensara, peppermint, eucalyptus radiata, lemon, and it has wintergreen. Therefore, you get the child safety cap because they recommend that it not be used for children under 6. So that's a nice way that Young Living does that. If you ever see this safety cap, you just know, oh, you know, just going to keep it from the littles. So, but it's really good at supporting the respiratory system. I love to put it over my chest. This is where and I've been doing that a lot this last few weeks. We want strong respiratory systems, guys, strong immune systems. So that's something you can do daily. Don't need to wait till you have a symptom. Build up your health now. So I love to rub it over my chest and neck. You may want to, they say with this one, because it has wintergreen in it, you might want to dilute it. You might want to check your skin first. I tend I'm so used to using them. I just use a lot of the oils neat. I do like adding carrier oil. Sometimes my V6, just because I like the feel of it and I think it's so soft and soothing, but I usually just use it straight up. And so you test your own skin. If you want to add the carrier oil and not so it's not so tingly on your skin, then do so. But I came across a quote I want to read to you that this was said. Raven, they're referring to Raven. This oil changes the game for anything involving breathing. And so that's why you'll find it in, a lot of the, yeah, well, I'll get to that later when I come to Cyprus. You're going to find Raven's a good one for respiratory. So thank you for listening to that. And we're going to take it back to Ange.
Awesome. Thank you. I was trying to go through all the comments. You guys are amazing at asking questions, and I was writing them down so that I can answer them when we open up to Q&A. But lots of good questions. Oh my gosh, so many great ideas. I love all of them. Such good stuff. Some of them are a couple of recipe ideas that I haven't used, so I'm excited. So now, items that are outside of the starter pack, for those of you who have used your starter pack and you want ideas for other things, one of my favorites is the CBD Calm Roller. So I have the 300 milligram one. This also comes in a 600 milligram. And I love that Young Living got CBD, first of all. So Young Living purchased Nature's Ultra. And so we have CBD that's infused with essential oils to help them work at a deeper level or a better level or be more effective, work faster, that kind of thing. So the Calm Roller is really great. And the way that I use it is that I will, like at night, if I can't get my brain to turn off and I'm having a hard time just kind of shutting down, relaxing, and falling asleep, is I will actually roll that on behind my ears and then right at the base of my neck, where like at the bottom of the hairline, and then my wrists. And then I'll just kind of sit there and take deep breaths, usually like 10 deep breaths. And I don't need it every night because I use other things. I diffuse every night and that. So this is kind of like my next level thing. But I do know friends who have like serious stress related issues or high stress jobs or that kind of thing where they keep this in their pocket and they'll use it throughout the day. So this is a really great one for that kind of thing. I mean, it's pre-made, it's a roller. So it's got the roller top on it when you buy this. And it's a great one for just really kind of subdued, bringing you down to like a more comfortable level and not having to deal with like the daily stresses or being able to face them better, I should say. So that's a really, really good one. I love that and all the CBD options that we have. And then the next one is Super C. Now this comes in a chewable or a tablet that you can swallow. And you may have seen in the news right now that we need to make sure that we're getting plenty of Super C. So normally I take this every day. I love the chewable. The chewable tastes like candy to me. So like I have to actually like limit myself and not let myself eat them because like I literally will, like I could take 10 of them and eat them, and I have before. So it runs out too fast. But I love this. So you think of the vitamin C, and when you buy a supplement that has our essential oils in it, it actually helps you to absorb a lot more. So when you're taking supplements, you do get rid of them mostly through pee. And with an oil that has a supplement that has essential oils in it, you actually absorb up to 50 or 80% more, depending on what it is, depending on your body and your needs, but you absorb a significantly larger amount and pee out or waste a much smaller percentage of it. So that's something to keep in mind when you are using our supplements, is that you get a lot more benefit from those items. So I love, love, love that one. And then my last one is 2 items combined. So when Sheila and I were planning this, I was like, can I do toothpaste and mouthwash together? Because they go together and I need to talk about both. But so technically I get 4 items outside the kit. So the Thieves Whitening Toothpaste. I love this. First of all, it's got Thieves in it. It has peppermint essential oil. It's got orange essential oil. So it's good for whitening. Now, the thing about our citrus oils, which I saw somebody comment when we were talking about lemon, is that it comes from the rind of the citrus plant, or the fruit, I should say, and you don't have to worry about the acid. So if you're using lemon to sorry, I'm getting distracted by barking dogs. If you're using traditional lemon to whiten your teeth or traditional orange, then it's got the acid. So it actually breaks down the enamel and can be bad used long term. You don't have this because this actually comes from the rind, so you don't have the acid in it. So that's a nice thing about it. And then the Thieves mouthwash. This is really great for helping to make sure that you don't have germs in your mouth or anything like that. It tastes really good. I actually think it kind of has a sweet taste in it. And I'm not sure what that's exactly from, but I love the taste of this. Now, you can use this with kids as well. So if kids think that it's too strong for them because of the Thieves, and of course that means it has cinnamon in it and then the peppermint oil, you can dilute it down. So you could do like half water, and I would probably do distilled water, and half of the mouthwash. And so I have to tell you that when I first started using Young Living, I bought the cheapest toothpaste there is. I bought AIM toothpaste. It was 88 cents at Walmart, and I was super cheap. But every time I went to the dentist, I always had a new cavity. I always needed work done. I literally would max out my dental plan every year, and I would try to, as much as possible, like save my out-of-pocket costs. So I would, going into the next year, I would know what work I needed to have done, because my teeth, I mean, they're horrible, but they were in bad enough condition that I always had work that needed done. So people ask me, why do you spend, I think what our toothpaste is $11.25, and this is somewhere around the same price. So somewhere around $10 to $12 for each one. So I tell people the reason that I do that is, since I've been doing this, I think I've been using the toothpaste and mouthwash for 3.5-ish years. For the last 3 years when I've gone to the dentist, I haven't had any new cavities. I haven't had any issues except for some old work that had kind of wore out, and it actually ended up lasting longer than the dentist would have expected it to, based off of my first visit with this dentist that I started going to 5 years ago. So I say it's absolutely worth it, because I don't have those treatments. It doesn't cost my insurance as much, and it's not as much out of pocket. I literally go for my cleanings, and it's good every time. So it's totally worth it for me to spend more, because I always considered myself super cheap when it came to toothpaste. But now that I understand investing in our health is actually preventative and helps us to stay healthy, it's like, oh, it's a no-brainer. And I love that a little bit of this goes a long way. So that's what I'll share. And I'll hand it back over to you, Sheila.
Okay, unmute myself. Welcome to Heather, who just joined us. That's so exciting. Susie, I was about to say awesome tip. Also, it's so great. And real quickly, Angela, there was a question I was trying to get to, but I don't know. Someone's asking, the vitamin C chewables, have they changed the taste on that lately or recently or whatever? I don't know. That's something I had not been doing the chewables for so long. Anyway, and now I am, because I love them too, but I don't know about that. So anyway.
You know, I don't think that the taste has changed for myself. I've been taking this chewable for, I don't know, somewhere between 1 year and 2 years. And I only switched to the capsule because it was free for whatever month. And so I just finished those literally in the last couple of days and switched back to the chewable. And it tastes the same to me.
Yeah.
So if you didn't like it before, you probably wouldn't like it now.
Right. And that's, isn't it great? We have options. I love that. I love that. So, all right. Well, it's so hard to choose when, like, can we do 6? Can we do 10? But anyway, I chose one that might be a surprise to you. I am choosing Cypress essential oil, you guys, for lots of reasons, but wanted to share with you how I use it. So Cypress, it's got a very fresh, it's slightly a conifer, kind of just a slightly evergreen, kind of aroma. It's not one that I diffuse a lot, though you could. I mean, it is very good to diffuse. Because of that, it's got a refreshing aroma. I think of all the tree oils, cypress being a tree, I think of all of them as very grounding. Okay, so seems like every tree oil seems to benefit kind of that spiritual grounding sense in us. And Cypress does that with me when I just love putting it on my feet. And that's another place I tell people that where I like to put those oils that are grounding is at the bottom of my feet. I just, that's just seems to be where I go for it. Now, here's why I like it. Cypress essential oil is good at, it supports healthy circulation. So I find it very interesting. Gary Young often said at conventions, every time he spoke, he would talk about listen to your body knows where to put the oils. And that comes with time and practice. If you're just starting with oils, that may not be something you feel, you don't feel comfortable with yet, but seriously, it's true. So Cypress was one, it's been several months, but it was one of those where I kind of looked over my oils and just felt this draw I just knew I needed it, and began immediately just on my ankles and bottom of my feet. And then I thought, I wonder what it's good for. I mean, it's kind of like backwards. Usually you look up something and it's like, oh, I need Cypress, but I was using it and I looked it up and saw that it was really helpful with the circulation. And I had been thinking, listening to my body, I really felt the need to be supporting that. And a lot of it was because of the way the bottom of my feet. Now, this was several months ago. It could have even been over a year. But around my ankles, I noticed I was starting to sit too much. And you know what it looks like when you look and you think, the veins are a little blue and, that circulation's not happening. And so by supporting myself by applying the oils in the morning before I got dressed, and I would do it at night before going to bed, it really helped that very much. And it helped clear even my skin and all of that. So I found, though, a really good way, and I looked it up how to apply it to help support healthy circulation. I do like to add a carrier oil to Cypress, only because what I'm doing is I'm massaging it around my ankles and my feet, and I'm moving my hands upward. So I'm not going to take my socks off, but I would show you my feet. But I would actually, I rub it in and I rub upward toward my heart. And I just just do this over my ankle, upward toward my heart. And that helps with the circulation and gets it going. Then I decided today, I thought, I bet you that Cypress is in some of the blends that are really good at supporting the circulatory system. And yes, it is cardiovascular and circulatory health. It is in Aroma Life. I love Aroma Life. So if you don't know about that one, Cypress is in that. It's in Breathe Again, Roll On, and we all love that one. So that makes sense, to get. And it's also in RC. It's in Sniffles. And so that tells us, and I looked it up, and it's true, Cypress is great at supporting healthy respiratory system. So it's a good one to rub over your chest or your neck, and again, especially at this time. So I love that these are the kind of oils that we tend to get for Essential Rewards at the different PV levels free. And so maybe I love my Breathe Again, but I run out. So if I need support and I don't have Breathe Again in my house, I can grab my Cypress and use it instead. So anyway, I love it. And I found this out today. I've got to tell you this. It takes 2,000 pounds of Cypress distilled for 24 hours to produce just 16 ounces. That's 32 of these bottles of oil. And the reason that it's distilled for 24 hours is because in the last 20 minutes, it has to go through that whole time. Then in the last 20 minutes, 18 of the key active constituents are released from the leaves. If it's distilled for any less than that time, those healing properties will be missing from the Cypress oil. Is it not great to buy our oils from Young Living? I just love that. So Cypress is a good one. The other one I chose is a supplement that my husband and I both have increased to daily over these last few weeks, and that is Inner Defense. So thumbs up for that one if you are loving that or taking that. Inner Defense used to be something that we kept as a supplement that when needed, we used as needed. And those times were when we traveled or when we were feeling, maybe just a little bit blah and under the weather. It's like, we would use it. But lately, with everything going on, we discovered that it's a really good one to use every day. And it happened when my husband's in the medical field. He's a pharmaceutical rep. He works for a pharmaceutical rep company. And I love when he says, teach people about the oils and all that. But he came home a few weeks ago when, the news from Kirkland came out, and he said, where's the oregano? Like, you're asking? Okay, like, what do you need it for? He's like, and he had come across, he had read something he had stopped for a health smoothie to drink for lunch, and that health store had posted a research article on oregano essential oil, and he was reading it. And so he's like, I'm going to take it every day, because that was when we were still going about our lives as usual. But he was out there and felt like he needed to support him. So I said, hun, oregano is inside Inner Defense. And that's what's in it. Inner Defense. It has thieves and oregano. And I love it because it looks, I don't know if you can see that. It is just a soft gel. Love the color because it's just the oils like that. Gary Young was able to figure that out. And I better read my notes because I get all excited and go off. But it just kicks your immune system into overdrive. It combines the thieves and oregano, which is a whole body wellness. And it's just really good for helping with just kind of getting rid of what you don't want. It really is helpful during the seasonal changes as well. I mentioned lavender before, and I found that years ago. So I've been using Young Living essential oils for 7 years. And when I started with that, part of the reason was because I had problems during the seasonal changes. So it took me a while. I needed to really stay on top of my lavender and peppermint and lemon and that sort of thing. But my body had to adjust, had to get rid of the toxins, first of all, and had to adjust to using the oils. And by doing so every day, whether it was like frankincense on my face and peace and calming on my body and valor, whatever, it was not long, within 6, 9, for sure 12 months, where I didn't think about, like, when the seasons change, I didn't think anything about, like, oh, really? I didn't have any of the symptoms that you normally get. So I love that. But when you move to a new place or you do yard work and that sort of thing, things can come back, and Inner Defense can really help with that. So great to take really anytime, but it's really good to take this with Life9, a probiotic. So take this in the morning with your breakfast. And I like to take it with food just because of the oregano. What happens, if you guys know about oregano, I mean, it's oregano, right? And they call it a hot oil only because it feels warm when it dissolves in you. And so for just a few seconds, you'll feel that in your tummy, and you may think, oh no, what's wrong with me? Nothing. Just tell yourself the oregano is at work, and it will go away real soon. But if you eat it with food, it's good. Then it's nice to take a probiotic at night, and Life9 do that at night so that you reset your gut, and then you can start with your Inner Defense. But you can take this, you can take up to 3 to 5 times a day. So when you really need it to give your body that boost, you can do so. So I love that. And my last one that I wanted to bring up is something that we can't keep enough of. You ready? I'm sure you agree. The Thieves Cleaner. Oh my golly, right? This one, lifesaver for so many reasons. Cleaning a home well means using products with safe ingredients. And this is becoming my new mantra of helping people understand that that everyone's all obsessed right now with clean, and we should be. We need to clean, but there's a healing way to clean, and there's an unhealthy way to clean. And so Thieves Cleaner is non-toxic. It's non-irritant. You can have your kids clean the toilets, clean whatever, and not be worried about that. You can clean and mop your floors with it and not worry about your pets walking on it, or babies crawling on it, or everyone walking around in bare feet. It's 100% plant-based, plant and mineral-based. It contains the Thieves Blend. And I looked this up, and reading it eliminates the harmful microbes. So it does eliminate the mold, the bacteria, and that sort of thing. Clove is in this, so that's really, really good. So clean your surfaces with it. It is highly concentrated. You can read the back here. It tells you how to make it up at a capful or less. I love glass bottles and keep it in the dark brown ones, but this one came with the cleaner set, and I love it. But you guys, something that I've done, I've replaced everything, right? You can replace every cleaner. And if you're unsure and you're just scared because you don't want to get rid of your bleach or your Lysol because, we have been told those things clean germs, just know this does a just as good job, and along with just a healthier way of doing so. And I lost my train of, I'm thinking this through. I was going to add something with it. Oh, how I used it recently, because I tend to just use water, and I have a special cloth for my windows. Okay. But I mixed up, I added, I'll put the recipe in the chat, but vinegar and water and the Thieves Cleaner. And I've been spraying and washing my windows, and it smells so good, and it works beautifully. I just love it. So excited that to try it. There's all kinds of things you can look up online, recipes for Thieves Cleaner, and I'm sure people are sharing lots in the side chat. Clean your oven, clean your sink. I love spraying it on my cutting boards after I've washed those off with hot water, and then just spray. Oh, and leave it sit for a little bit. Spray your countertops, spray your cutting boards, and then let it sit for a few minutes. Then wipe it clean. That's a really good way to get rid of all the yuck. So what do you think, Angela? Anything else you want to add with that piece of it?
I was just going to kind of wrap up and kind of talking about the starter pack and essential rewards. And then we can end the recording and do
awesome
question and answer. I have lots of notes here for questions to answer. So just kind of as a recap, like I said, we talked the first few items that we each talked about were in the starter pack. Our starter pack, for those of you who don't have one, comes with 12 oils and a diffuser. This is my favorite diffuser that comes in the starter pack. There are a few different options. And then when you choose this one or the Dewdrop, it's $165. And you also get the samples of like Ningxia Red and lots of goodies in there. It comes with your lifetime membership and access to Essential Rewards, which is our monthly wellness box program. Now, there are multiple different options, like you can get a starter pack of just Ningxia Red or just Thieves products or those kinds of things. So know that you can purchase multiples of those. So if you get started with the oil kit, then you can buy the Ningxia Red starter kit as well as a member already, and then get discounted pricing on that as well. So lifetime pricing, wholesale member pricing, the way you keep your account active is by making at least a $50 purchase in a year. If it goes inactive, that's how you reactivate your account. So super simple. There's never really a fee for having an account. The Essential Rewards program is our monthly wellness box program, and based on the size of your order, then you get free product. With that, you also get discounts. You guys will have to tell me, for those of you who are on it, give us a little wave or say something in the comments. What's your favorite thing? I like the freebies every month because it's a great way for me to try other things that I don't necessarily try, and I'm getting them for free. But also the percentage that I get back. So you earn between 10 and 25% of your purchase that goes into a bank account, and then that is cash that you can spend on oils. So if you're like, oh, I need to restock my lemon, or I need to restock my frankincense, I pretty much get frankincense for free because I always use my points to get it. So that's a more coveted, higher priced oil, but I like getting it for free. So it's one of my favorite things. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and end the recording, and we'll open it up to questions.
Before though,
Yes.
Thank you to whoever said, this has been so great, let's do more of these, because that's so encouraging, and we do want to keep these up. We had planned these out for live classes, but this is great, and I love it. So please know we'll have more information coming your way, but I know that we might have one March 31st. I don't know if Micah or Kristen wants to pop on, if there will be one for that time. but I do know April 8th that Micah and I will be offering a pregnancy babies class. We're working on that one, and there's more coming. I know that April, what we can do, we're trying this out. We're thinking about how to get the information out better. Our leader, we'll come together and we'll figure that out, whether that's going to be I don't know, a Facebook group or something where we can announce these classes. But know that April we have more coming, anyway, every other week or so, that we're trying to bring classes. If I know that if you guys have other classes that you're thinking of, you can announce. So I just didn't know.
Yes, we'd love ideas. We want to know what topics you guys want covered, and that so that this can kind of be an ongoing educational thing. So that's our plan and our goal there.
All right. So I'm going to stop
Cool.
the recording now, and we'll head into, you guys can unmute yourselves for questions.